enjoy you. What a great pleasure to meet once again. What a great pleasure to meet each other. What a great pleasure to meet old schoolmates. What a great pleasure to meet old classmates. After many years, women.
After many years.
Whoa.
After many years.
Yeah.
After many years.
My brother.
Auntie, after many years.
My sister.
After many years.
My father.
After many years. After many years.
Enjoy yourself.
Enjoy yourself,
My brother.
enjoy yourself,
My sister.
enjoy yourself,
My father.
enjoy
My
yourself,
sister.
enjoy yourself,
Thank you very much, everyone, for your love. Welcome to another edition of the BD Show. It's another Saturday evening. Thank you for the love you have shown us this far. Continue to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Continue to share. Continue to give us feedback. Comment. Tell us how you feel about the show. But for the love you have shown us this far, thank you very much. We love you from this end. Your Saturday is just about to get better because we're about serving you another edition, another hilarious edition of the BD Show. Episode 008. I promised you it's not going to be easy. But before we bring you what is in there, let me quickly thank the people of our wing. Oh, you're exceptional. From the love you showed your son in our last edition, I don't know how to thank you. And to any other person who wrote to us after our last edition, we want to say thank you. We're also particularly grateful to Fozo the Prince, the man who made that edition stand out. We're grateful. Well, for today's business, you know that the city of Bamenda is known for outstanding personalities in her media landscape. Today, I feel so honored. Someone I had longed to meet all my entire life. I will never tell you how I felt the very first day I met her. Of course, I watched her from a distance and I felt like this was the moment Derek go up to her and tell her exactly how much of her you admired. On today's edition of our program, I bring to you an outstanding radio broadcaster. He's a producer of no common compare. In fact, for so many years, I've listened to her produce a radio program that touches the very essence of life. That day, everyone comes to this world. That's a day we all celebrate. I don't know how many anniversaries you're celebrating or you've celebrated, but that very first day, if you're fortunate, she will be amongst the very first people that will come visiting if you are in one of the hospitals in Bamenda. I'm talking about the producer of the very well-known, celebrated and famous show, Happy Birthday on CRTV North West. Away from that show, she is a mother. She nurtures, in fact, she brings to maturity. She has transformed lots of lives within her family circles. And today, I'm proud to have her on the edition of my program, on this edition of my show. I hope you're going to enjoy her. Please make welcome my one and only Auntie Marie Oben, who joins me in the show. You want her to dance for you? It's not yet time. Hey, Auntie Marie, you welcome.
Thank you, Derek.
Oh, what a great privilege. I'm good, Mom. I'm good.
I'm so glad to see you after a long time.
Yes.
I hope your family is doing fine.
Oh, we're doing fine.
You look really cool.
You know what? Please allow me to do the interviews here today. I don't know how she feels being the interviewee today, but let me just enjoy this position. At least she's been doing lots of interviews. Dear friends, I don't know how to say this, but she is a very special mentor to many people who find time to admire good radio work. For those who are in this town who admire good radio work, this is an outstanding mentor. You'll discover why I say so. But in the meantime, if I had my way to ask God to say, please, hold on with the sunlight, let it not rise this morning, let her be the one to shine in town, I would have done that.
Thank you.
Auntie Marie, thank you again for accepting our invitation.
I'm honored.
Despite your very busy schedule, I'm so happy to have you.
When it comes to you, Derek, you know, I love you.
Thank you, Mom.
When I listen to you on radio, I thank God that I gave birth to a son like you. I'm so proud of you, Derek.
Yes, Mom, we're happy to be your children. Of course, we're very happy.
Thank you.
So, I don't know where to start from today, but I had planned my show. But when you meet her, you're like, where do we begin? Where do we begin?
There must be a starting point.
There must be a starting point. So, how is everything?
We thank God for each day.
Yeah. When you wake up and you look at the streets of Bamenda these days, you feel good?
How can I feel good?
Yeah.
I've been in Bamenda for 30 years. When I came to Bamenda, it's not the same.
Yeah.
When you got out of your house, before now,
Yeah.
you want to meet people, the occasions, you see people building, houses are sprouting, and you know, you are happy.
Yeah.
But nowadays, it is different. It's gloom, melancholy. Just the fact that you get out of bed is every reason for you to thank God that your name appeared on the wake-up list. Because anything can happen at any time. You're afraid of everybody around you. Your neighbors, you don't know who is who. I don't know when it can happen.
Yeah.
So it's by God's grace that some of us are still breathing today. But as I'll tell you, Bamenda is not like it used to be.
Okay. Well, but I'm sure you still love the town, right?
Oh, yes. I'm a Bamenda woman.
Yeah.
I've built in Bamenda. I spent 30 years in Bamenda. Well, I think the name that will add to my name, my new name is Siri.
From Bafut?
Yes, from Bafut.
So why did you choose that?
Well, that's it.
All right. This is interesting. So so you feel good when they call you Bamenda woman?
Oh, yes.
Any particular reason?
Most of my friends are from the Northwest.
Yeah.
And I think that it's in the Northwest of Bamenda that I have a family.
Yeah.
If I come to Derek, say, Derek, lend me some money. I know that you know how credible I am. You'll give me the money. But if I go back to the Southwest, they don't know me. So it's really in the Northwest that I have my friends and my family.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. I did a little presentation of you when I was starting. Does that really look like you?
Oh, yes. That's exactly who I am.
Yeah. I didn't add to it that she is a top-notch event host. When Auntie Marie has to be your event host, trust me, it's not going to be the same. She transformed very little events to large celebrations.
Thank you.
She will tell us about all of that inspiration in today's edition of our program. So I discovered that you have just got a return.
Yes, from Campost.
And you don't look like someone on
Oh,
retirement. I don't know how people on retirement look, but sometimes they look very tired, really. But you look so...
I'll tell you something, Derek.
Yes.
Your life after work depends on your life when you are working. Okay. When you keep good relationship with your colleagues, your neighbors, your relations, then you have a good retirement life. Yeah. But if you're that kind of a person who feels that all is me, you don't want to reach out, you don't want to associate, when you are not working, you don't expect those people to relate with you. So that's my life.
Yeah.
And I tell people who are still working that there's a life after work. So it is now that you have to start cementing your way to retirement. If you want to shove the people away from you, just know that when you are retired, you live alone.
That's an interesting secret. I hope you're taking the notes. You have to do them today. So, yes, back to your work. Auntie Marie, you've produced, let me call you Auntie Marie, that's how I call you.
Right, it's okay.
So I have the real me in the show. So you've produced Happy Birthday for so many years.
I'm getting to 21 years.
21 years of continuous production.
Yes.
Let us start with the inspiration. How you began, how the journey began for you.
Okay, Derek, I had always liked the microphone. I'd always liked the radio. But I was not fortunate to have gone to school, to come out as a journalist. Yeah. My customers who met me behind the counters at the post office kept asking, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
You're supposed to be at the radio house. I said, well, I still thank God for what he has given me. Then there was this guy, Kumset Ewi, may so rest in peace. One day, he came to me. He was the initial producer and presenter of the program Happy Birthday. In fact, it is his program.
Edwin.
It is his program. It is his program. He came to my house. He said, Essence. That's how we call ourselves in our Coastal Sisters reunion, which we have in Bamenda.
Yeah.
He was our patron. So he came to my house. He said, Marie, what about you joining me on my program. I see you want to make a mockery of me. I don't have any schooling. I don't know what it takes to talk at the microphone. He said, no, you are spontaneous. And that's what the radio is all about. You speak good English, you articulate well. I don't see why. I said, no, you are looking for a way to run me down. He said, no, just give it a try. So let's meet up at the radio house on Saturday, 7:30. Reluctantly, I went to the radio. So he will show me the things he had read. He said, read this, I read this, say this, I say this. Saturday, we were there. I kept coming, I started liking it, I had interest already. Then it didn't take long. Kumset passed away. So I didn't know how I was going to anchor the program all by myself. Then the station manager was Mr. Nyomoses. He said, Marie, this program cannot die.
Yeah.
This program cannot die with Kumset away. You have to continue. I don't know by how, but you have to continue this program. The first time I anchored the program all by myself, my timing was not exact. I had a guest on my program, and we talked and talked and talked. It was, radio is time.
Yeah.
It was 30 minutes. My sound engineer told me that your time is up. So I closed there. Mr. Nyo said, no. He said, for the beginning, it's not bad.
Yeah.
With time. So that's how I started schooling myself. When I asked, I said, Rita Quinta Edan, what can you do to help me out? She gave me her knowledge. Grace Ngwafo, these are the people who helped me. Then I started blooming. I started shining.
Of course.
Yes, then I thank God that my voice was microphone friendly. People told me that, oh, that rise and fall in your voice is just wonderful. I said, thank you, but I'll ask, I said, did you listen to the program today? What flaws were there? Just advise me. What do you think I can add to this program to make it better? That's how I started growing. You get me up at any time.
Yeah.
I don't even need a sheet of paper. I'll anchor my program.
You're done.
Yes. And what has kept me going on this program is the fact that I know that I have so many listeners. That's what takes me to the radio house.
Yes.
When you cook food and there are no people to eat the food, you are disappointed. But I have people all over. There are people who don't step out of their homes on Saturday morning when they have not listened to Happy
I'm sure I'm
Birthday.
one of them. I'm very sure I'm one of them.
That's what gives me the push. And Derek, this program has added to the way I look. Because there are times I am down, there are those ups and downs in life. I'm down, but when I get to the radio house, I wear my headphones.
Yeah.
I listen to the women I interviewed. It makes me laugh. Then when I am on the streets for the question of the week, the way people respond, by the time I'm going back to my house, I feel younger, I feel lighter, I feel beautiful, and I want to live on.
Oh, I'm very sure you're enjoying yourself already. Please, let's take a quick break. We'll be right back just after this. The BD Show is brought to you by Miro Entertainment, your lead destination in photography and videography production. We serve you instant passports, live events, documentaries, news, photo and video equipment, photo shoots, broadcast, corporate, commercial, sports, and reality television. We also do documentation, printing and photocopy, wedding and funeral booklets, t-shirts, badges, banners, roll-ups, and much more. Contact Miro Entertainment, Ghana Street, Quen, Bamenda on WhatsApp 677-784585 or 699-201238. Miro Entertainment, your lead destination in photography and videography. So you're welcome back. We are addressing ourselves to Marie Oben. I call her Auntie Marie. That's how many of us call her, because she is beyond just a mother to us. And we're happy to have her. She's just said her experience, how she started radio. But it doesn't sound as, I'm too sure it's not been a very smooth road, because you've done too many, we've had so many innovations. The program has grown. We've had you go to hospitals, talk to people on the streets, and you've done this with lots of dedication. I don't know your driving force.
Derek, to begin with, is a passion. I like it. You must first of all like what you're doing.
Yeah.
If you don't like what you're doing, okay, imagine that CRTV has never subsidized the program. It may surprise you to know that I pay my transport wherever I go. When I used to use a recorder that used batteries, I buy my batteries, I go to any hospital. I've been to Ngi, I've been to everywhere, you know.
Yeah.
Even when I go to the Southwest, I do my programs there. When I get to any town, the first thing that comes is, where's the hospital? I go to, because when I meet those women, it makes me happy. Imagine that you are meeting a woman for the first time, and when I start talking to her, she opens up and she tells me her life story. Isn't that great? So it makes me happy and fulfilled.
Yeah.
And if I had to look at the intrinsic values, I would not be doing the program because CRTV has never subsidized.
Yeah.
A lot of people keep asking me, oh, you're growing older. Have you trained young people who will replace you? I said, no, the young people have to, first of all, show the interest. Because when they hear me on air, you start thinking of money, how much money she's making. There are lots of people, when they see me well-dressed, they say, you have 2 salaries, Campus pays you, you're working in 2 parastatals, CRTV. And I tell them that, no. It's Campus that puts food on my table. CRTV is gratis. It's what I like. They don't believe me. They don't believe me. So the younger people who would like to take over the baton of command, they should first of all like what they are doing. There are days, Derek, that I have just 1,000 francs to my name. I start thinking, I have to go to the radio and I have to go. I have 1,000. I have children who look up to me. How am I going to manage this 1,000? But I must go. I go to the radio because that's it's an integral part of me. And when I go to the radio and come back, I feel different. So I go to the radio. And God always has a way of doing things. I have my, I don't know how I can call them, my fans.
Yes.
I have my fans at times. By the time I'm done anchoring my program, I get Momo alerts. This one has sent 5,000.
Wow.
Mother of all children, that's for your taxi, 10,000. That's how I live. There are people who support me. A lot of people support me. Just the respect. You may be surprised. I don't queue up. When I get, oh, mother of all children, sit down, sit down. For me, that is more than hundreds of millions.
Yeah.
I remember when I was struggling to get my land certificate.
So they actually call you mother of all children?
Mother of all children.
Yes.
That's my name on the program.
Fantastic.
When I was trying to get my land certificate, the day my land certificate was signed, I received a call. They said, mother of all children, come to the lands office, your land certificate is ready. My colleague said, Auntie Marie, just like that. So that's what I have that other people don't have. There's some people, when I get somewhere, they speak, they say this voice. Then you see somebody, they massage my body. I met you today. So this is you. So
I didn't have the courage to do that. I would have done so.
So that's it. That's where I get my inspiration.
Yes.
That's where I get the push to continue with the program.
Now, when you look elsewhere out of that particular program, do you think our radio is doing well when it comes to thematic or quality radio productions like what you've sacrificed many years doing?
Derek, like you already said, sacrifice. You must sacrifice. If you don't sacrifice, all will be lost. And you should be ready to put in your best. I mean your best. Some people think that when you go to the radio, it's for you to start lisping. You know, you change the way you talk.
Yeah.
No, that's not it. When you cook food and people cannot eat the food, it's worthless. When you're talking to your audience and you can't send the message through because you're either talking through your nostrils or you're talking in between your teeth, it's worthless. Be simple. Let your diction be such that any person listening to you understands what you're about to say. That's one of the things. And then the younger people only look at money. They don't put their time. You have to read.
Yeah.
If you want to speak good English, you have to read. Talk to people. Okay, you use this word. What does it mean? You go back to your house, pick up your dictionary, look up the word. You see how you can use, that's how I learn. That's how I learn. But when you just sit there, you say, I'm already a journalist.
Yeah.
You have a lot. You hear people saying that you is you. It's supposed to be you are. You know, there are those nitty gritties.
Yes.
Me, for instance, I don't know, but I don't patronize bad English. Candidly speaking, when you don't speak well, no.
Wow. Okay. That's a way to go. When you told me about, you know, those who accompanied you on the way, I must confess to you that my chief videographer here is one person who says he can put in everything for you for nothing because you're one person who knows what respect means. What do you feel about this?
Oh, I thank him. Abdul and I have worked for a long time. I saw Abdul as a young boy. Now Abdul is a man. He has a family. I'm so proud of him. Abdul is respectful. Abdul is tenacious when it comes to his work. Abdul has what it takes. You know, the savoir-faire.
Yeah.
Yes. When he's doing something, he puts in his entire person to see to it that he knows editing. When he told me, he said, Auntie Marie, I want to go to Dubai and perfect on my editing. I said, go. When he came back, I'm so proud. You know, we always, he always tells me this is what I want to do. And I'm proud of him. I'm very proud of Abdul. Yes. And I know that Abdul can give his life for me.
Of course.
And vice versa.
Of course. Let me quickly play a feed from here and you hear what my guest edition, that was episode 04. Episode 04. Why my guest said about you. Just listen to this.
Growing up as a child, I used to love working with my hands. I remember that I could knit a very beautiful hat with wool and I wore it, you know. I used to, you know, take dolls and make dresses and put on their body. Mm-hmm. And so I just realized that from there, my field was going to be fashion designing. Then I so happened to have grown up with a very smart woman who also saw that in me, Miss Marie Oben, and she said, okay, she needs to go do fashion designing. Okay. Because at first she used to say, no, maybe I should send you to my friend to do hairdressing. But when she saw what I was capable of doing with my hands, she said, no, you need to go do the fashion designing. Mm-hmm. And so that's how I now perfected the skills.
Do you recognize her?
If I cry, these are tears of joy.
Yeah.
This girl, Florence. Florence was brought to me by her late elder brother. I just fell in love with that young boy. When I close from work, he follows me to the house. He does my plates. Then I ask, I say, you're a boy. You're so hardworking. Don't you have a sister? I said, no, I have my sister. After class 7, there's nobody to send her to school, so she's in the village. What does it take to bring her? He told me, I gave him money, he brought Flo to me. When Flo came, I noticed that she was sharp, although she came from the village with the accent. And I told her, I said, Flo, that's my bookshelf. There are novels. That's a dictionary. I want you to start reading. Read as much as you can. If you come across any difficult word, when I come back, I'll help you out. That's how she started. Then I discovered that she had a free hand in fashion designing. I wanted her to do hairdressing. And I told her, I said, no, if you're a hairdresser, you'll be limited. But a seamstress, anywhere you find yourself, you have somebody who will need something to patch.
Yeah.
That will help you. So I sent her to Flashman. It was one of the most expensive and the best fashion designers in town. My landlady was angry with me, said, oh, you want to help a child, send her to the back market. I said, no, when you want to give somebody something, give the person a good thing. Yeah. That's how Flo went to Flashman. 2 weeks after, she picked pieces of materials in the workshop, made a skirt for herself. I used to call that skirt Chercher le mot. Mm-hmm. All my friends loved it. When she made me the first skirt, I took it to a party. All my friends, magistrates, everybody, they came to Flo.
Wow.
That's how Flo started. She finished. I set up. After Flashman, I sent her to another person where she learned to make suits, so for men. So I established her. That's how she started. She started going to evening school. She had her O level. She had advanced level. She went to ENS as private candidate. The year after, she had her license. She passed the ENS now as government candidate. Flo is category A2. I did not retire in category A2. And she is a PhD student. I thank God. So that's why I had those tears are tears of joy. Even if I'm not her biological mother, the mother tells her, say, that's your mother. I only carried you in my womb. That woman is your mother. And Flo cannot talk without making allusion to me.
Wow.
So I wish her God's guidance. I wish her good luck in everything she does.
Wow. We still have Marie Oben, the mother, the teacher, the journalist, the broadcaster, the producer. What else do you want me to say? The MC too. You will know that very soon. Is this the only child you've had to bring up?
I think the name mother of all children was given by God. Because God sees the heart. We only see the face. I cannot count. I cannot even name how many children who have used my house as a springboard.
Yeah.
You have medical doctors, you have pharmacists, you have journalists, you have magistrates, and I thank God. And most of them are not even related to me.
Yeah.
So I thank God that He gave me a heart. That heart that gives. Yes, I always like to share.
Flo describes you as a smart woman. Do you think to be able to participate effectively in child upbringing as a mother, you must be smart?
When it comes to child upbringing, Derek, I'll tell you that nobody has a magic wand to that. It's luck. It's God's doing. You see a family that is prayerful, honest, hardworking, they'll give birth to a child that is wayward.
Yeah.
Can you give an account of that? So it's God. So nobody can say, because I did this, that's why my child is this way. But that I'll tell you, no, it's God.
Okay.
Yes, God. I've seen women who drink, they get drunk, their children fend for themselves. Those children, 11 papers at the O levels. They've never bought a textbook for their children, but those children are. Then you see another child who has everything, and the child falls by the roadside.
Yeah.
How do you describe that?
Yeah.
So I think all of that is God's doing.
Of course, but we need to consult him in a particular way. So
That's right.
what is the role of the mother in the life of child?
Yeah,
upbringing? Maybe your parents.
You
in
only
general.
do yours and leave the rest to God. Because if you have a child who is hard of hearing,
Yeah.
there's nothing you can do. You only make yourself sick. But don't relent. Keep talking. Keep correcting. Someday, if the child realizes that what you were telling him was good, he may listen and follow, and maybe. But you see, the joy of every parent is for the children to be president. Why not? But when you have a child who takes to Indian hymn, drunkenness, there's nothing you can do. You just sit there and lick your wounds. There's nothing you can do. You pray and ask God to transform the child. That's all you can. You cannot kill yourself. No, you cannot kill yourself.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, you know, I don't know how else to put it, but I mean, Auntie Marie is very resourceful to all of us here and to you out there, I think. Let's conclude on that subject. Now, if you needed to two phases. The first one, to encourage media professionals who would like to have programs successful that require patience like you have in producing your content. What advice do you want to give them? And I'm interested as well. This is Flo here, an example, clear example from practically nowhere through you with, like you say, with God's help, she is almost everywhere now, if I may use that description. What will you be telling our girls? If you look at the streets of Bamenda today, you live in an environment where you understand exactly what I'm talking about. our girls are seemingly almost having a very difficult time surviving right now. What will you be telling first media professionals as they do their work, and ladies as they struggle to find a way out despite the challenges they face?
To the media practitioners, there's no magic. Hard work pays off. Don't be proud. Don't think that you already know. When you consult a friend, I remember there are senior journalists. When I am at the radio house, the radio come and ask me, read this, is it correct? That somebody wants to learn. I remember there was a time my station manager, Mr. Nyo Moses, he wrote a speech. He said, Maria, I want you to listen to this. I said, what do I know? So when you already know that you cannot know everything, it's good. But when you think that you are all-knowing, you will fail. So to the media practitioners, read, research, don't be too tall to ask for advice, and be tenacious, how would I put it again? Maybe you borrow me. Yes, I don't know how to put it. You just have to, don't look at money.
Yeah.
Money does not do all. Do your work. They say a good thing doesn't hide. Yeah. When you do your work, people will appreciate you. The appreciation may not only be money. When you get somewhere, they say, I listened to you. Yeah. I listened to you. So work hard. Burn the midnight oil. Don't stop reading. Don't listen to other journalists. Yeah. You can learn from the way they talk, the way they color their voice. Yeah. Yes, because the voice is very important. Yeah. If you have that kind of a funny voice, people will not listen to you. So you try to mold your voice, your diction, and they should work hard. They should work hard. When you choose that as a profession, they say, leave your footprints on the sands of time, so that when people can say, they used to be this journalist. Yeah. Yes, so be that journalist. Yeah. Then to the young girls, they say when you're crying, keep moving, don't stand still. There are lots of things that girls can do. I remember I have my niece who lived with me, which was in Form 3. Before Form 3, every third term holidays, I sent her to Alliance Française to learn French. Then at the second thought, I said, but she is being taught French at school. Let me get her something that can bring her income. Yeah. I sent her to do manicure and pedicure from 3. When she was done, I said, do you know why I sent you to do this? She said, no. I said, I don't want you to think that you must go out with a man before you get money. Yeah. This, when you're going to school, put your cotton, your dissolvent, your nail polish in your bag, your file. There's somebody who wants to do her nails. You have your 500 francs. It's your money. 1,000 is your money. So the girls should not think that their wealth should come only from men. No man respects a woman who doesn't have her own thing. Yeah. When you have your own, then a man asks, he respects you. But when you have to ask, I want this, he will cheat you someday. You will feel that without him, which is true, you cannot leave. Yeah. I have sold secondhand underwears. You're surprised. When Dreamland set up its restaurant, I'm not doing publicity. The first arrow that was eaten in Dreamland was cooked by me. I pashed groundnut and supplied there. I fried chin-chin and sold. I baked cakes and carried. There's a big man in this town who saw me say, you are moving with cakes? A lady like you should not move with cakes. He said, these cakes, how much do they cost? I told him, pigs. I don't want to, I said, I will bake. I will still bake. Yes, and I kept baking. And now, I sell jewelries. Wow. Yes, I have never stayed like that. I sold perfumes. I was into FM perfumes just to bring an additional something to the house. So girls should not sit and fold their hands. With 500 francs, you can start something. Yeah. Now we have paper, we have okra, we have garden eggs. With 500 francs, you start, you buy and retail. By the close of the day, you have 200 francs that has added to. You will not have 500, you have 700. Right. You keep the 200. You start from there. Don't wait and say, I need 10,000 francs or 1 million to start up a business. Start from the little things, the bigger ones will go. So they should not think that man first, no. A real woman, when I talk like this, they'll think that, oh, she's proud. No. I've never depended on a man. I have never depended on a man, no.
Now, let us conclude the other side of the professional Auntie Marie to indicate, I mean, if you've been reading my online platforms, I have written extensively on, I wrote sometime about her as a top-notch MC in this town. It was no joke. I meant every letter I used in every word in sentences in that particular article. Auntie Marie, I must say, your work is appreciated in so many levels as an event host, like an MC. That is also another part. You bring so much joy to events. When did you start doing this?
Derek, this is God-given. God-given because I started a long, long time ago when my friends had little occasions. I'll just come there. Oh, they said the American girl, stop. You know, that's how it started. Just like that. Then it gathered steam, little by little. Then I was doing it for free.
Yeah.
From October to March, when marriages occasions are celebrated, everybody wanted Marie, from Bachelor's Eve,
Yeah.
birthday parties. One person called me, go and stand here on 1st of May, that's Labor Day, Women's Day. I was always there to run the commentaries. No person will say, Sister Marie, what you are doing, God will be angry with you. God has given you a gift. You have to tap from this gift. Put a price tag to what you're doing. He said, look at me. From my work, I've built houses. I live on that, but you are doing it for free. God will. I said, no, this was given to me by God. He said, God will be, and God has given it to you for a purpose. You eat from there.
Yeah.
I was reluctant. The first money I asked for to do an occasion was 10,000 francs. And they ended up not giving me the money even. 10,000 francs. I left from here, went to Kumbu, did an occasion. Up to today, I've not even seen the money. The person through whom the money was, never gave me. I didn't bother.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just happy when I had my microphone. I mesmerized people. Okay, that was it. I don't drink.
Yeah.
I don't eat. Yes. So what's mine? So I came up with a pro forma invoice where I listed the occasions and their prices. And that has not lasted for long because of the crisis.
Yeah.
Occasions don't take place anymore. But people who know me, they book me from America, from England, say, you are the one to do my occasion. I live from here, I do occasions in Hilton,
Yeah.
and Yaoundé, the Red Cross Hall. I go to Buya, that's my place, the South. They don't know me. It's in Bamenda that people know me.
Yeah.
When I talk, they say, who is she? I just say, follow me to Bamenda. And people who are from Bamenda, like recently, a child who lived with me, he's in the US, he was getting married. His mother happened to be my friend. So I had to attend the wedding. When I got there, I was going to enjoy my son's wedding.
Of
They
course.
said, oh no, you will talk the tribal, the bridal train in, you will do this. I said, no, let me sit. I said, no. I said, okay. So I took the microphone, I talked them in. They said, no, you have to introduce the MCs. I introduced the MCs. They made me vice chairperson. At the table, they said, no, you have to conduct the cutting. I said, me again. I did the cutting of the cake. So when people said, no, take the microphone, send those MCs away. I said, no, I cannot be MC at this occasion. It's my son who's getting married. So I want to thank God. I thank God. Because I hold a BSc in management, not in journalism.
Yeah.
And Derek, the magic in it is that before I go to an occasion, I collect my data, all the information that I need. If you don't give me, I'm not coming. Give me the information so that I don't get there 2 minutes, you stop, you're going to, no. I have everything listed up. Fantastic. So when I start, most often they go to church, they take so long, but when they come, I say, audience, don't be worried. I run my occasion like that. It's, oh, Marie, that's the secret. When you collect your data, it will be easier for you to run an occasion smoothly. Yeah. Then I had some guy I was grooming. I told him, I said, when you're an MC, you don't eat, you don't have You can be called up at any time
Yeah.
to make an announcement. You have food in your mouth, it will not go well. You don't drink. You say, hey, Auntie Marie, I say you will not eat. When you are with me, you will not eat. No, he found it difficult, but he started adapting. But I'll tell you that from my emceeing, I was able to do a lot in my house. With the money I got from I did 2 weddings. I had 400,000. I put lambré in my house. I put doors. I put the glass door. I put yes. So at least it helps me. It has helped me. I thank God.
For those of you who intend to be MCs, I'm sure you're getting the secret here. It's very easy, you know. She says it so, but let me tell you that she has a very strong sense of humor. She's not a comedian, but she has a very strong sense of humor when it comes to event coordination as an MC. We're going to be taking another quick break now. The BD Show on your local radio soon. The BD Show, brought to you by Miro Entertainment. So you're welcome back. This is the last part now. We'll be discussing Auntie Marie, the woman. I'm sure you've known Auntie Marie, the professional. Auntie Marie, you're a Christian? You're Muslim?
Yes, I'm Presbyterian.
Oh, Presbyterian. You're so solemn about the way you say it. You're
Yes,
proud about
I
that.
am Presbyterian.
Yeah.
I'm Presbyterian.
A convinced
I
bastard.
will die a Presbyterian.
Wow.
I don't see why I should be moving. No. I am a Presbyterian. And Derek, I've lived with children who are Catholics. I've lived with children who go to, they call it a Bible-believing church. This Pentecostals. Now I have a girl who lives with me. She's a Muslim. I encourage them. I'm not that person who will say, because you are Muslim, I'm Christian, you don't know. I encourage her. I support her. When she's fasting, I make sure that she has food. She has her breakfast things. I buy her the Muslim things. What do you need? When she's celebrating her Salah, I buy her clothes. I buy her chicken. I say, this is it, eat. I'm a Presbyterian. I cannot force her to become a Presbyterian. When she told me, when I'm praying, she joins me. She told me that her imam told them that if you are a Muslim and you don't believe in Jesus Christ, then you are not a Muslim. So when I'm praying, she comes around, we pray together. I don't have any difficulty living with her.
Okay. What's your favorite food?
Favorite food? I'm first of all a very good cook.
Yeah.
I like fish and plantain in the Bayangi way.
Okay.
Yes.
How is that called?
We call it in Sibechap.
Sibechap.
In Sibechap. Special way. When I cook it for you, eat the fish, you eat the bones, you get the taste. It's yummy. You can swallow the bones. Everything penetrates. Low heat. Yes.
Is that
Sibechap
interesting?
on Sibebok.
Okay.
Yes. You can do it on a leaf. You can do it in a pot. I do mine in a pot.
You said a while ago that when you're doing MC, you don't drink something. So generally, you don't drink?
I don't drink. I drink water. I don't drink.
Wow.
I've never drank beer. I've never drank beer.
So
you find me in a nightclub, you think I've emptied 20 crates. I don't drink. Yes.
Sometimes we see you with a low cut. What informs that?
Look at. Naturally, I have beautiful hair, silky hair. I couldn't come to terms with myself when I had to shave. But I had to because I lost my immediate elder sister. I had to shave and mourn her. And you saw me with the low cut. I had it on for 16 years. I mourned my sister for 16 years. Yes, and just last year, I stopped. So I started plaiting. Now you find me with human hair. When I was mourning, I didn't wear anything on my hair. It was my low cut.
She must have been very special.
My sister, yes. My sister, immediate elder sister, she was very special to me.
Okay. That's emotional. May her soul rest in peace. Now, I'm also sure that when you're sick, you make choices between what type of medication to take, remedies to take, or health. I mean, do you prefer alternative medicine?
The thing is this, I don't auto-medicate.
Okay.
If I feel sick, I consult a physician who puts me on a prescription. That's how.
You don't try alternative
herbs? Herbs, no, I'm not, no. Because I fear herbs because it's not like I don't believe in herbs. My problem is the quantities, you know, I don't know which quantity to take. That's my problem.
They argue that when they tell you that, take a glass, it's a dose.
I don't want to take chances. I don't want to take chances.
Okay. Auntie Marie, you've been talking to many women in the most complicated times of their life. They're just coming out from delivery rooms, and you talk to them. What is your encounter with gender-based violence in that setup?
I've had to come across teenage girls who gave birth from 2, from 3, from 4. Then I came across some girls who went wild. Their parents spoke, they didn't listen, they ended up pregnant. I asked one of them, I said, the boy who impregnated you, I hope you're going to marry him. She said no. I said, why? He said, no, he's useless. I said, very fine. When your parents told you, you didn't listen. Now you have already ruined your life. You have a child, and you are not ready to marry the father of your child. How are you going to bring up this child? You are not working. I've had some who cry. Through my program, I reconcile them with their parents. We're not in talking terms. They're girls, I've met girls, they come to give birth, they don't have pad for themselves, no napkin for the child. There are times, Derek, it's not all smoother. I stop the recorder and cry. I cry with them.
Yeah.
Those I can help, I help. There's this lady, she gave birth to triplets. She was dating a military guy, married man. She gave birth to triplets. She had no napkin, she had nothing. Through my program, people helped her. I said, send an appeal. She sent that appeal, people came to her aid. And then I've seen girls who have dumped their children. Dump some other person, picks up the child and brings up. So the challenges are so many. You want to, I tell them, I said, you cannot mix school and childbearing. As children are good, but have them at the right time. When you have your child at the right time, you celebrate. But when you have your child under these conditions, you're angry with yourself. You're angry with an innocent child. You feel like killing the child. It's not the child's fault that you brought the child to life. You looked for it. You're not working. You have not gone to school. You are a dropout. And so lots of them regret. They regret. I just pray that the young girls should take one day at a time. Don't bite much more than you can chew. Don't get into competition because your friend tells you that you're a fool. You don't have a boyfriend. No. The woman who earns respect is a woman who gets to marriage when she's still a virgin.
Yeah.
You don't start jumping from one bed to the other. See, when a man says, you see that girl, it took me 3 years to court her and convince her you're a woman. But when you are a layabout, they say that one, go and try. If she refuses you, it means you have a problem. I say, it's a shame. So the young girl should be able to maintain their respect. Don't be that girl when you pass, everybody says, I know her. No, you cannot walk tall because everybody knows you. No.
Okay. I'm sure you have quite a good number of friends who are surely watching you out of Cameroon this evening. Yes.
Then, Derek, I also met women who depended on the stipend, I call it stipend, what their husband earns. And I tell them, I said, it's good for every woman to do something. Yeah. And a lot of them, there are some who went to learn how to braid, to make clothes. There's a lot for us to learn and to grow from. Yes, to grow from.
I was saying that I'm sure you have many friends who are out of the country, and I'm sure they will find time to watch us if they are not watching us now, because I'm wondering what you're doing now if you're not watching Auntie Marie on the BD show at this point in time. Of course, you want to think about them, celebrate them, just extend some words to them.
I'd like to say thank you to Mr. Nyo Moses Because if it were not for him, I would not have been the star I am today. He would have killed the program.
Yeah.
But he gave me the opening. He rolled out the carpet for me. He said, no, stay on the program. And I've worked with 6 station managers. Thanks to Nyo Moses. Then when John Kelly Mewanu came, he too supported me, Freddie Etabisong. Then not to talk of Marie Louise Ngwacheka. Yeah. She's the best amongst all of them. You know, women, they have their own way. Every time she'll call me, oh, there's communication credit, Tradex bonds, see how you can exchange them, take gas, you know. So I want to thank her. There are days I get to the radio house, she will think that it's a rebroadcast. When she finds me in the studio, she's so happy. She cannot go without saying, oh, give her a 10,000 francs for her taxi. So I want to thank Marie-Louise Ngwacheka for the support. And she believes a lot in me.
Yeah. I was asking you that question for a purpose.
Okay.
Do you think that we are appreciative enough in our society these days?
Well, I think it depends on who you're dealing with. Yeah. There are people who don't see anything good in another person.
Yeah.
You give your head, they will smash it. It won't mean anything. But there are some people, the minutest thing that you give to that person, the person appreciates. It takes only a gratifying heart to appreciate. That people are telling you, Derek, who will not do what they will not appreciate you. Mm-hmm. Yes.
So, but you think it's necessary to be appreciated?
Oh my! God himself says it. Look at the 10 lepers. When Jesus healed them, only one came back. He asked, where are the other 9? He came back to say thank you. And Jesus gave him total healing. He said, go your way. Your faith has made you whole. So he was cured. The others were healed, which means that the leprosy would come back. But this one, because he had that gratifying heart. It's good to say thank you.
How I wish we had more time, but we have come to the end of our program for this Saturday evening. Every minute was as important to me as the very first one, of course. I don't know what it was to you, but I had an amazing evening. I want to thank you all for watching. I'm particularly grateful to Auntie Marie. Thank you for taking up time to be here today. I'm grateful to my team. But Auntie Marie, we don't have anything for you. Just remember us. Where you go somewhere, remember us. Where is your phone? We just want to leave something on your phone, maybe on your handbag though. From our show, it's not anything. It's not worth anything. It's at least an expensive handbag. where do we put this up though?
Let me give you my phone.
Oh la, the handbag looks, the handbag is everything. I don't know, you read it out for us yourself. Okay. So let me put it, yeah, that's good, it's better here. So you read it out for us. I don't know, it doesn't represent anything though, but oh, Auntie Marie, what a great privilege. This phone, I know this phone will travel places, so we need to be on this phone. Thank you very much, Auntie Marie.
I was on the BD show,
yes,
discovering my city.
Thank you very much.
Thank God for you. I'm humbled and grateful that you, Derek, you don't know the parts you have played in my life. You know, there are times, like you just asked me a question that is it necessary to be grateful? Derek, you will not know. There are times you feel that you are worthless. Just a word from somebody propels you. And that's exactly what you have been doing to me. When I saw the write-up that you did for me, I cried. I said, oh, so if I'm no more, there are people who will keep my flag flying. There are people who will make others to know that I've been there, and you are one of those. Thank you very much.
I'm humbled.
May God bless you. Abdul, thank you very much. Thank you, Abdul. You've always been there for me. My prayer is that may God grant your heart's desires. You're a young man. You want to grow, and I trust and believe that when you're honest, God will place his hands on whatever thing you're doing, and you are going to grow. Don't look for, crooked ways to grow. When it is genuine, God blesses it. Thank you very much.
And thank you. Of course, and that's how we end today's edition of our show. Very appreciative mode. I extend that appreciation to all of you out there. Please continue to subscribe to our YouTube channel, share, comment. You've been doing a fantastic job. But let me announce to you that BD Extra is coming very soon. And on the BD Show Extra, we'll be reading all your comments, and sharing some of the high points. I know this edition was exceptional, and sometimes it's difficult for you to sit back and watch all. We'll be breaking it down for you piece by piece. On every edition of BD Extra, you listen to all the declarations Auntie Maria has made, and I'm not sure you will regret that. Thank you very much for watching. Until next Saturday, have a special and profitable week. Goodbye.
What a joy, what a great pleasure to meet once again. What a great pleasure to meet each other. What a great pleasure to meet old schoolmates. What a great pleasure to meet old classmates. After many years, women.
After many years.
Whoa.
After many years.
Yeah.
After many years.
My brother.
Auntie, after many years.
My sister.
After many years.
My
oh.
father.
After many years.
Oh.
After many years. Oh.